Hi, I'm George Mount, Artistic Director at Seattle Shakespeare Company, and welcome to our production of Othello. We're glad to have you here. Like so many of Shakespeare's great tragedies, Othello is rich, dense, complex, with a lot of questions to be asked, and that's part of the fun of why we do these plays over and over again. There's the rich poetry with soaring language to enjoy and savor. There's also complex characters to ask questions of and try and figure out what's behind what they're doing. Why is Iago so driven to revenge? What fuels his rage? How could Othello be so easily misled by this man? And those are some of the questions that director John Langs and his cast and crew have been wrestling with as they put together this production. And we think you as the audience are going to be challenged by them as well as you enjoy the show and maybe talk about it afterwards. But in addition to this large, grandiose complexity that we are familiar with Shakespeare's tragedies, Othello, unlike the other ones, with the possible exception of, say, Romeo and Juliet, is really a domestic play. It's about small individual relationships and human dynamic between a marriage. And there's no kingdoms at stake. There's no wars. There's no nations at risk in what happens to these people. It is just their personal lives unfolding before them. A young marriage being torn apart by an angry, jealous man, and his marriage also falling apart. And then two unwitting bystanders dragged into this web of deceit and tragedy. It's these lives that are at stake. It's that personal. And sometimes the personal stakes are the largest ones. So I hope you will join our cast and crew as we unpack this large, epic, and yet deeply personal and individual story of Othello.